Welcome back, everybody. As you can see, we spent our time in the mines. We've got ourselves set back up with diamonds, which leads us to the question, what do we want to do today? Well, there is a couple of things. First and foremost, I want to start really aggressively going after villager trading here today. What that means is we're actually going to kidnap a couple of these guys and move them into a breeder. I don't know where. I think I'm going to put it over there, just dig into the mountain a little bit. Somewhere where I can keep them nice and safe, but they're still accessible. We're going to make a villager breeder as well as a whole villager trading station down there. We're also going to try and get arrows of weaknesses first because we're going to want to zombify and cure them as well. However, I should probably harvest all of the sugarcane that's grown all the way up. I have been slacking on this lately because I've been working on other stuff. So we're going to go ahead and start digging into the mountain there. We're going to set everything up for a villager breeder. And then we're going to come back and abduct a couple of guys. All right, villager breeder is in. As you see, they all filtered down here. We pick them up, send them in this way. And we're starting with a Fletcher because we're trying to get arrows of weaknesses. Of course, we'll still need a golden apple supplier, but we can cross that bridge another time. So yeah, we're just going to try and level these guys up. And Jesus, not a lot of good options here, but we'll figure it out. So I'm going to work on this at least until I get an arrow of weakness guy. Okay, a little break from the villager trading to go and check on my shop, which I'm not convinced I've shown on video yet. At least I can't remember if I have. I set it up very late last night, so I don't think I have. We're selling cobbled deep slate, so we're off to check on it and see if we've made any sales. And of course, here it is, made out of deep slate itself. Alrighty, we made a couple of sales, nothing too major, which is good because I don't got to worry about restocking that immediately. Just wanted to come by and see how it was going. And there it is, arrow of weakness. We got that on the third Fletcher, which is actually very good luck compared to all the other times I've done this. And we started doing cartographers for the glass trade. We've still got to level this guy up to get him to the glass trade, but this guy gives me an emerald for 10 panes of glass. And of course, we're smelting down a whole bunch. I do believe there's a trade I can get to trade for glass blocks. I'll have to double check which villager that is and get a couple of those as well. But progress is being made, and we are happy with that, so we're going to continue doing this. All right, every time I try to build something new or do something new or try and progress in any way in the server, I'm finding myself running out of iron. So I'm gathering resources right now to build an iron farm. I do need iron in order to make hoppers for it. So, I mean, got to spend money to make money, I guess. So we're off looking for some iron. We're going to grab some coal while we're here. Now, I will record this, but there probably won't really be any highlights because this is in the spawn area, which is a mushroom island, which means that hostiles can't spawn. So I'm not expecting anything exciting going on, but I will record just in case. So yeah, we're going to grab all the iron that we need, and then we'll go and build our iron farm. All right, and here we have a very small, compact iron farm. I forget the name of the tutorial I took this from, but it will appear on screen now. And the only thing left to do to activate it is break this block. So, assuming this works, we will, of course, link the video in the description below. And we're just waiting to see if a iron golem spawns. All right, so these villagers should have been able to sleep. They are panicking. That's a good sign. Now, they should have been... Oh, you know what? I bet you I didn't break their beds. So they might still think that they can path to their beds. So, let's go fix that. We'll just break all the beds in the village here. And as we break and replace these, that should force them to repath on all of their beds. Which, of course, we have 3 in there, which is where they should repath to. And then they should sleep at the night. So we probably can't spawn any iron golems until we do another day cycle here. We might also have to kill these ones just because if they are detecting an iron golem, like if they're detecting those iron golems, they might just be too close to that. If they are detecting it, then it won't work. They won't spawn them because they've just detected one. So we're gonna do some troubleshooting here and see if we can get this working, and then we'll be back. Okay, now where these dirt blocks were trapdoors. I'm not sure what the point of making those trapdoors over solid blocks were, but what the villagers were trying to do is path through the trapdoors out because they thought they could. So we got rid of the trapdoors, we put those solid blocks. However, one of those jerks didn't try and sleep. The one who's has a profession, he didn't sleep. So I don't know if this is going to work. We're still going to try it, but if it doesn't work, we might have to wait another Minecraft day. I went and broke the beds again, so hopefully this time he will sleep. And break you. They should all panic. Yay. Now, I'm not seeing iron golem spawn. I don't think they're going to because all three of them, I believe, need to sleep. But we'll give it a minute. If it doesn't spawn, not the end of the world. We'll just wait a Minecraft day and try it again. All right, I've been up here long enough. They are clearly not going to spawn one. So we'll go ahead and block all that in. And we'll wait until the night and make sure all three of them sleep. If he still doesn't sleep, I don't know what the fix is going to be because I've already broken his bed. But we'll figure that out. Cross that bridge when we get there type of deal. All right, we appear to have a problem, child. I have broken all beds. I even broke and replaced my bed, just in case he's somehow pathed there and bound to that one, and he still refuses to sleep. So I'm going to get in there, I'm going to break that bed and replace it, the one that he's not bound to. And hopefully that'll be enough to reconfigure it. There shouldn't be any way another villager claimed that bed, but just to be safe, I'm going to do that. And hopefully that will solve the problem. Sir, sire, I need you to move, sire. Sire, if you would be so kind as to move. Okay, his bed has been replaced. And now we wait till tomorrow night and see if he decides he wants to sleep. So I've swapped out the villagers, but you see this doofus and that doofus had claimed the same bed in the village. And this doofus still isn't sleeping. So these villagers might need to have an accident. All right, as a final attempt here, I've put 4 of them in there. The 2 who couldn't decide who wanted what bed. I'm also going to go, I believe I did, yeah, that should be the bed that they were trying to claim. Pretty sure that's the one, but I'm going to make sure I destroyed it anyway because they don't need a bed in the village now. And if that doesn't work, then those villagers are definitely going to have an accident and we'll replace them with somebody new. And 3 villagers asleep, and the 4th, well, I don't know what happened. He just spontaneously died. That's such a tragedy. Anyway, looks like the problem is solved. And there we go. Iron golem spawning in. Farm is now working. Oh, because one villager decided he didn't know if he wanted to sleep or not. But that does seem to be solved. Looks like we're good. So I'm going to do some AFKing. And we'll see what we get for iron. I'm actually going to AFK overnight, which means I will not be around if something does go wrong with the farm. Which of... Oh... I just thought of a potential bug with this farm. What's going to happen at night? Because they need to sleep or they're not going to spawn more golems. I wonder if their line of sight will get broken just enough that they'll be able to sleep. I think we got to wait one more Minecraft day before we go sleep. Now, if you look there, they're all stopping panicking. So it does appear as though line of sight will be broken just enough for them to sleep, but I'd still like to see it. So unfortunately, we got the rain going, so I don't know how far away night is, but yeah, I just want to make sure that they do all actually sleep, and as long as they all sleep, we are good. Yeah, this is what I was worried about. See, they should have slept by now, and it doesn't appear that they're going to. Because they're just continuously panicking the whole time. And unless they've changed the mechanics, if the villagers don't sleep, the farm will stop working after the first day. It's far enough in the night now that I've given them enough... Oh! One did just sleep really quickly. Okay, so maybe they will find time to sleep. But the problem is we have people on the server who will sleep, and that took a long time. All right, we're gonna AFK overnight. We have almost a stack of iron already, and it's been like 10 minutes. This is so far going really well. We're gonna AFK overnight and just see how it goes. If we wake up to a lot of iron, great. If not, then we'll tweak the farm design. Might have to do some redstone to block this guy's view at night. But I'm going to go ahead and crash for the night here while we AFK. And we're just going to put all our stuff in the chest here. Inventory is an absolute disaster at the moment. I also got to set up a proper organization and sorting system. But we're going to go ahead and AFK. We're actually going to do that down here. Oh, I didn't show this yet. We have a sugarcane farm that needs to be completely overhauled, because what's happening is the pistons are breaking the sugarcane and they're falling straight down onto this. Now, I think I can use mud blocks for sugarcane. If I can swap these out for mud blocks. I can put hoppers underneath them, and that will completely solve that problem. So if that works, what I'll do tomorrow is I will break all of the dirt blocks. I'll place mud blocks where they are. I'll place mud blocks all along here. I'll have 2 hopper lines feeding in. This side will be sugarcane, obviously, and then we'll build a twin system over here for bamboo as well. All right, well, let's see how everything goes with the night of AFK. All right, so I don't know exactly how long I AFK'd because the server did restart overnight, and I don't know exactly when that happened, but let's see here. Okay, that's not bad considering how much loss this farm has, but what I really want to check on is the iron farm. Let's see how that did. All right, I don't see any iron golems up there, but I could have just cooked one. Okay, it definitely did run overnight. So this farm does actually work and continue spawning them, even though they don't appear to be able to sleep. Not sure what or why that's happening, but hey, it works. I'm happy with that. All right, so now let's take care of that farm down below. Let's get the bamboo and sugarcane farm set up. I'm pretty sure I can use mud, which I did make some specifically for that. I need better organization here. Okay, I do know I made some mud. I'll have to find it. All right, farm is updated. So there's hoppers underneath those packed mud. And now because packed mud isn't a full block when the objects drop, and then on top the hopper can actually pick them up and drop them down here. So we're just waiting for the farm to trigger to make sure it works, but I don't see any reason why it shouldn't. Okay, the farm has triggered. And let's see here. Okay, we do have some cross-pollination going on, but you know what? That's perfectly fine as long as they all get stored. And it does appear that they're all getting stored, so we are good. So with all of that said and done, it's time, I think, to get back to trading with villagers and leveling those guys up. All right, and a ton of time spent collecting, and we are good. We have our potion of oozing because we're going to make a slime farm here. So we're going to go down here. I'm going to follow a tutorial online. Again, I will link it in the description below, but we're going to put it in this area here, so I've got to clear out some room. Okay, as you can probably tell, we had a few issues with this. Most of the issues I'm having are relating to the fact that I'm on a server and there's a little bit of delay. So the original design had a button on top of the scaffolding. I had to put an obsidian there. That's just to stop this from being pushed out and breaking. Even with that, we still had the occasional problem. I might need to put another obsidian on the other side of, like, just above this observer. But I think that, no, I can't because that'd break the system, so I can't. So we're just going to have to live with the fact that sometimes it's going to break. At which point, I came down here, I pressed the button, I flipped the switch, and it took me a couple minutes to realize that there was no slime spawning because, well, I don't have one on me. They're upstairs now. So what had happened is the potion I had was not a splash potion. It was a normal potion. So when I pushed the button, it didn't actually splash anything. It just dumped it into the water, and then I found it down there. So the first run, I did not do very well. So we're going to clean up our inventory a little bit. We are going to empty out the chest down there, remake all those snow blocks, and we're going to run another test and see what we do. All right, and that's the results of the second run. Almost 3 stacks of slime. Now, we're still having a few issues, most of which are lag related. Every once in a while, I hit one of these scaffoldings. I think I'm going to swap these out for slabs, so I'm a little bit lower and aiming a little more straight on. We also have some slime that aren't always escalating all the way up, so I'm going to figure out what's going on with that. Outside that, I did get my auto clicker to find a little bit of a rhythm. So hopefully that helps with some of the lag issues. And you have to also understand, I'm not using a looting sword. I have just a basic iron sword. Once I have a looting 3 sword, those rates are going to skyrocket. So overall, it's doing pretty well. The issues I'm having are mostly server related, and then a few issues that were my own causing. But overall, that is a very good design. I will leave it linked in the description below if you guys want to check it out. If you're looking for a slime farm, especially if you're on a single player world, it is probably going to be a very good design for you. All right, guys, progress has been made in a few areas. So for starters, I tamed a horse. I then built this platform. Now, don't judge the bridge too harshly right now. It's still early on. We're going to give it support and make it look a little more realistic. But we built this path going out. And we did this so that the horse would have an easy time traversing it, you know, not getting stuck on leaves and trees and everything. Now, where does this path lead, you might ask? Well, that's very simple. It leads to right here. That's it. It stops right here. Well, what's going to be here? Well, right now there's nothing here, but we're going to clear out some of these acacia trees and probably cut this back a bit because this is going to be my industrial district. We made the path so that we can get to and from it easily with the horse. And of course, once we kill the Ender Dragon, we'll be able to use it to traverse it with Elytra 2. And the path will give us a nice visual cue of exactly where we're going. And of course, if we ever did want to just take the horse because it's nice to just get out and not fly everywhere sometimes, we can still do that. Now, while I head back here, let's talk a little bit about the slime farm. The slime farm I built is not getting the kind of rates that I feel like it should get. However, I do think that's mostly related to the fact that it's on a server where I'm having some lag issues, so the snowmen aren't always staying alive. And then there's some issues with placing blocks and things like that. It's still working. We have a few hiccups here and there, but for now, it'll have to work. Outside of that, we made some more progress on our villagers. So we got all of our cartographers here, all fully maxed out here, and you can see they're selling glass. And we've actually sold a bunch of compasses too, because we just used redstone and iron to make those. So we had plenty of redstone, so we did that. They're all maxed out, but what I really wanted to show you, the excitement here, back here. The second villager we used with Lectern on gave us efficiency 5. Why the second? Well, the first had a rather unfortunate accident, completely unavoidable. The second one has fortune 3. We still have to level him up, of course. The third one has silk touch and mending. And the fourth one we're still working on. He had Aqua Affinity. He switched to Blast Protection. We'll keep an eye on that. We can always break this and get a better one. Blast Protection 1 isn't a good one, but that's also the starting trade, so of course we have to max them out to see what we get. However, I want to zombify and cure all of these guys because I need a good, easy way to farm emeralds, and selling glass will do it, but their prices are just a little too high. This means I need gold. I also need apples, but one problem at a time, so it looks like we're off to make a very simple gold farm in the nether. So we have just a very simple iron farm, dug a hole, put a chest down. We have a safety platform up top where I can use to lure them in. We'll just kill these guys and I will show you guys that. An ingot already. We're getting a bunch of nuggets. And we'll show you up here. So basically we climb up here. And then right now there aren't any jerks. I think I've killed them all. But we want to leave one in there. Just helps to draw the rest in as they spawn. And then I actually only have 4 arrows left. But what we do is we shoot at one of them. That'll draw them all in. See if I can actually hit that guy all the way over there. Gotta be careful because I don't have many arrows. One more shot. Come on, hit him. There we go. So now he'll draw... Oh, he can't... He doesn't have a path to me, I guess. But look, we're drawing all these guys in now. So basically we draw a whole bunch of them into the hole. We kill them. Rinse and repeat. And that's how we get all of our gold. Okay, and what we got from mining, plus what we got from the gold farm, gave us exactly enough to do one wave of zombifying and curing all those villagers. But in order to do that, that means we need to capture a zombie. So, of course, that's the next goal. Okay, one wave of zombifying and curing is in. Let's see what these prices are. 5, that's better. Also 5. Also 5. It's enough that I can farm emeralds off these, so you know what? I'm actually happy with that. 4. I would prefer, 1, but we can get there. We'll have to do another wave at some point. What about my efficiency 5 book? Whoa, that's going to be awesome. I can actually probably get a full barrel of stock at the shop because I'm selling those now. So Fortune 19, that's a better price. Silk Touch 1, Mending 1. Oh, baby, yes. And then this guy still needs to be traded with, leveled up. But that is great for Wave 1. All right, everyone. Looks like we are out of time today. Thanks to everyone who watched the video. If you want to see me do this live, check me out over on Twitch. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. And until next time, everybody, stay safe, stay happy, and don't do anything I wouldn't do.